Hello friends, today I'm here for day 4 of my birthday week recommendation videos. Today, as you can tell from the title, is going to be romances with foodies or chefs. I think most of them are chefs. There's a couple of bakers, but they all have a character whose not like personality revolves around food, but who food is a big part of their lives. I'll talk about the two that I don't have physically, and that the first one of that is The Opposite of You by Rachel Higginson. This is the only Rachel Higginson book that I've read, and I actually really remember liking this. It's been a few years since I've read it. This one is about a woman who has sworn off men because she was in a very bad relationship, and since getting out of it, she has kind of like taken back control of her life and she's started a food truck. But the location where her food truck kind of sits, if I remember correctly, it was in this like food truck park thing where there was a bunch of different ones all like in the same location. There's a restaurant kind of near it where the love interest is the chef, and he will always come and talk to her, the owner. I forget their names, I'm terrible with names, but he would always come and talk to her, and she always felt like he was judging her food, and he always kind of saw it as more of a constructive criticism, trying to make her food better. So it was a bit bantery, bit enemies to lovers, but I really liked it. The other one that I don't own is one that I read this year, and it's Enemies with Benefits by Roxy Noir. This was in her, I think it was the Loveless Brothers series, I think is what it was called. She'll look that up. But this one is about, the hero in this one is a chef, and he gets a job at this wedding venue where the heroine works, and they were like rivals in school, and so this is them kind of like, I want to say this was one of the first times that they've met each other as adults since they've been out of school, and I really liked that aspect. Again, it was a bit enemies to lovers because they kind of had to get over their like past hang-ups with each other, but I did really enjoy it. Another one about a chef is Lost and Found Sisters by Jill Chavez. This is in her Wildstone series. I believe this is the first one, but I don't remember that for sure. No names because I can look at the back now. This one is about Quinn, who is a chef, and I want to say it was in LA, it was in a city, and she finds out that she was adopted and that her birth mother has passed away, leaving behind a younger half-sister. So she goes to Wildstone to meet her sister, and yeah, this one is the Jill Chavez Wildstone series. I feel like is a more blend of women's fiction and romance. There is a romance in it, but a lot of it has to do with Quinn finding herself, finding out about her past, making waves with her sister, and learning about her sister and how to be a sister and how to be a caretaker because she's in charge now. And so if you're looking for that more women's fiction side of it, I would definitely recommend this one. If you like a bit more emotion in your romance books, I would suggest The One You Can't Forget by Ronnie Lauren. This is book 2 in her The Ones Who Got Away series. This one is Rebecca's story. Rebecca is part of the group that was in that survived the school shooting. So she's, I think she, if I remember correctly, it was kind of like a survivor's guilt thing. She didn't feel like she should be the one who survived, but she ends up meeting Wes, who is dealing with his own past, but he is a chef. But due to situations, he doesn't have his own restaurant at the moment, but he is teaching children like a home economics cooking type class within a high school, and then that class kind of starts a food truck. And I really liked that aspect of it, that he was a chef, but he also took time, like he was teaching like teenagers how to cook and that kind of stuff. I really liked that aspect on one that most of Romancelandia has heard of is Cletus and Jen in Beard Science book 3. Yeah, book number 3 in the Winston Brothers series. So Jen is the Tennessee's reigning banana cake queen, but her mother owns the bakery where she works at. But she is a baker, so I did include it in this one. So one of my favorites, I think it's probably the favorite in the Fusion series by Kristen Proby, is Savor You. I believe it's the last one, book 5. But this one is, so the Fusion series is a group of friends who own this like upscale restaurant. Was it Seattle? I want to say it was in Seattle. I don't remember that for sure. But Portland, somewhere in the Pacific Northwest. But this one is Mia, and she is the chef of the group. And back in culinary school, she kind of had this rivalry with the hero in this one. What was his name? Camden. He's now a like celebrity chef, and so his TV show, or he's part of a TV show or something that comes to wherever the city their restaurant is, and they like have like basically like a cooking competition between the two of them, and that's my favorite part of this whole series is this cooking competition, and I love this book so much. One of my newer favorites from the past couple of months is Bittersweet by Serena Bowen. This is book 1 in her True North series. This one is Griffin and Audrey. Griffin runs his family's apple orchard farm situation, and Audrey was somebody that he hooked up with in college, and she comes back as the buyer, I think it was a produce buyer, for this restaurant conglomerate company. But her dream is to be a chef, and so like she starts coming to their family dinners and like cooking for his whole family, even when he's trying to still like keep her away. He doesn't think it's a good idea for them to be together. She really like ingrains herself into his family, as with the food that she makes, and so I loved that. And another one, which again is more like baking, like baker rather than chefs, but that is Kiss My Cupcake by Helena Hunting. This one is hilarious if you're looking for a rom-com, yes, but as with all Helena Hunting rom-coms, there is a bit deeper of an issue there, and it will get into that. I'm not going to get into that, but the book will. So this one is Blair and Ronan, and they end up buying properties next to each other. Blair has it's a bakery that combines cupcakes and cocktails, and then Ronan wants more of a, it wasn't really a sports bar, but it was kind of like axe throwing sports bar mix. So again, a little bit rivalry, enemies to lovers, a lot of good bantery bits, but overall I really liked this book. So those are some of my favorite foodie romances. I will see you guys tomorrow with music romances. Thanks for watching. Bye.